going on, my good people? Welcome to the human spectrum. We've got some stuff to go over and some clips to show you, so we're going to get right into it pretty fast here. Working on some other stuff, and hopefully I'll have that up a little later on today. But yeah, we have apparently either a UAP or a drone apparently taking down another one. This is incredible footage, and we're definitely going to look at that shortly. But first I want to show you something from the ISS space station. Once again, they had one of their cameras focusing on their equipment on the outside of the ISS. I'm not sure if they were getting ready for a spacewalk or not, but usually the camera is pointed down toward Earth. If any of you watched that NASA live stream, you notice most of the time it's pointed down toward Earth. But in this particular situation, it was pointed toward some of their apparatus, and it looks like maybe the arm also on the ISS. So let's get into that clip, and you're going to notice where things get a little funny and then the obvious happens. Let's have a look at that. So the first thing I did was, a lot of times that could be something reflecting off the space station itself. I must have went over this at least 5 times with some software that I had. Obviously you notice that the feed that they give us, the public, with the equipment that's paid for by our money, sadly we get the crappiest feed. But in that feed, I didn't find anything that was reflecting off of the spacecraft except for the very beginning, where you see that object coming in from left to right, and it did reflect on the bottom, but that's all it was a reflection of that actual object, craft, UAP, whatever you want to call it, flying to the left. And I'm sure you probably noticed another object moving toward the right. Not sure what that was, but obviously someone caught it within seconds, and the first thing you see is the live feed was taken down. That is a common theme with NASA, the transparency agency, as you remember from that last meeting they had with us regarding how they're going to dig into these UAPs and become very transparent with us. Okay. All right, so we're going to get into the next thing that you guys probably already know about. We have lights flickering, talking about street lights. We have cars that are flickering. Someone said that they were all Tesla cars. That's a big fat negative. They're not Tesla cars. These are regular gas engine powered vehicles, perhaps 1 or 2 Tesla cars in the bunch, I don't know. But they were all having, they all had their lights flashing, and it wasn't their headlights, it was their hazard lights. Yet there was no alarm or anything going on. But I'm going to show you that real quick. And the street lights were flickering, and in one occasion you see a drone or a UAP in the area. But I'm not saying that's what's causing it. But it's funny, it's happening in Memphis, I want to say Pittsburgh, and another one in Maryland and New Jersey. But I'm going to show you a couple of clips here, so let's get right into that.
So this was last night, Thursday, the 12th of December in Memphis, Tennessee. And apparently all over the city, lights are flickering in houses, groups of cars, no sound, like alarms don't go off, but watch.
Maybe it's a car party, right? There's a bunch of like those weird looking Tesla vehicles over there, and I thought maybe it's like a car club. They're just all meeting up. And it's a Thursday night. I just want to show you. But there's no one over there. There's not a body. There's not a person. Like if it was a car club, those are pretty common around Atlanta. Look at this. I'm gonna zoom in just so you
Here.
do the same thing in a parking lot. I have no idea how to find that or stitch it, but this is what's happening. There's no sound. Hold on, I'll even turn my car off.
So there were your hazard lights blinking in a parking lot in Memphis, Tennessee. That was in Memphis, Tennessee. I have another one from Memphis, Tennessee, where there's more lights flashing. I believe these are the street lamps. So let's get a load of this. On that, those were Tennessee lights flashing. Now we have, you're familiar with Asheville. The airport in Asheville had intermittent internet while the lights were flashing there. And apparently there was a drone overhead, but again, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But intermittent internet, it's going in and out, apparently within the airport and outside of the airport on data on phones. And the lights are flashing and all kinds of stuff going on. So let's have a look at that from Asheville Airport.
No.
So pretty interesting stuff from Asheville Airport. You can see people going about their business. Nobody seemed to be really affected by it except for the person that was actually taking the video. So I don't know what this was. I will say this though, most of these events were happening on the 15th of December. So I don't know. I don't know why it was the 15th. Maybe it's happening again last night, and we have yet to see some footage on it. So hopefully we get more footage. So we're going to move right along. We have the same type of thing happening in the UK and in the US. So I'm going to play that one really quick here for you. Yeah, that was the UK. So not not just here in the US, not just in Memphis or Maryland or Asheville. We're talking about the UK also. This is getting really interesting. So again, whether it has to do anything with these UAP or drones, I have no idea. But I'll tell you what, if they do, this is just an escalation of what I would think is maybe trying to communicate in some way, or maybe the government is behind this whole thing and they know what's going on and why these lights are flickering, because it's happening in too many places to call this just one big coincidence. Unless you think so. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now what I'm going to show you is pretty interesting. We're going to go ahead and show you this is a craft that's flying at nighttime. This doesn't look like your average craft. You probably heard me talk about enhanced craft. This could be a craft from the Space Force. This could be a craft from NHI or ET, or this could be another large drone of some kind. I'll let you be the judge of that. So I'm going to show you that clip really quick, and then we're going to get into what appears to be another UAP on UAP or drone on drone takedown. So let's have a look at the this aircraft. It's pretty interesting, and it's seriously something like out of the movies. Let's have a look at this. So that craft was pretty dark and pretty unique. It's not something you see in the Air Force's arsenal every day. Not, at least not what we're used to seeing. Let me know what you think about that craft. Leave me a comment about that one. Let's move right along to this this apparent UAP on UAP or drone on drone takedown. This is actually pretty spectacular. Let's have a look at that. Right off the jump, you can see that one craft coming out of the left, moving toward the what looked like an orange one. Um, and then they kind of like, to me, it looked like a stare down. And then at one point, the craft that came in from the left looked like it goes into some kind of panic mode, because if you notice, the light starts flashing green really fast, and then all of a sudden it gets either pulled in or it actually maneuvers toward the other craft, and then within seconds you see it just drop straight to the ground. I'd be interested to know if the person taking that video went to go see if that craft was on the ground. I'd like to know who took it down, if it was our government using one of our assets. Are they starting to take these things down and we just don't know it yet, or it's not on the news? Either way, you saw that it was taken down. Pretty interesting stuff. But I would like to know if anybody was at that scene, if police went there, because that's the only thing I have as far as that what looked like a takedown of another object or craft of some sort. If you know anything about this, I believe that one was out of New Jersey. Let me know. Leave me a comment. And but yeah, you would think there would be people scurrying right over there to see what that was that fell down. And I'm not saying for sure that the other object took it down. It just looks like, based on what I see, it looks like it was pulled in, or the other one drove into it, and then all of a sudden it just immediately just dropped. I mean, gravity was a factor at that point. So yeah, that was pretty spectacular, I think. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Bringing you the latest on the flickering lights, this aircraft that I certainly never seen before. If you have, let me know. And of course, we have lights in Tennessee, the Asheville airport, lights flickering. I tried checking for patterns, because that would be the obvious question: is there a pattern to this? Is there a code? Is there something we can read off of it? Based on what I saw, I couldn't read anything, nothing like Morse. But if there, let's just say this was an attempt at communication and it wasn't the government. Let's say it was NHI. It'd be interesting to know what they're trying to say, or are they just enhancing what Farsight said? We're letting you know we're here, and we're on your side, the side of the masses. And then what if what we just witnessed now on this last one video clip was the bad NHI trying to take down the good ones? I don't know. A lot of stories circulating. Don't necessarily believe all of them, but I take into account because I have an open mind for these things, and I would hope you too. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'm working on some other stuff, and hopefully I can get that up later on today. If it's your first time here, subscribe so you can be notified when I throw up another video, and definitely leave some comments on what you saw today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll have that video up later on today for you. Take care, everyone.